Everyone, my name's Ethan Colbert with Century 21 Parker & Scroggins Realty. Today I have with me Brett Lee with Kayak Obsessions Bait and Tackle. And so I have the pleasure of getting to know a little bit about him, and I would love to be able to let him start this off and get to introduce himself. Go ahead, Brett.
My name is Brett Lee. I'm the owner of Kayak Obsessions Bait and Tackle. We have live bait, kayaks, of course, all the name brands of the tackle that you're looking for, as well as a very well-rounded amount of local producers in here that take care of our special orders. We can just about make just about anything that you need, special order wise, special colors, hard baits, spinner baits, plastics, just about anything you can think of. We got a really good team together here now.
That's awesome and fantastic, and I love the store. It's beautiful. It's pristine. The layout is very, it's just right there for you. It's not difficult for you to find anything, and that's
no. We could use a little more room already, but I was told that when we started. But you got to start small somewhere, you know.
Yeah. Well, so that'll segue into a question I have then. Do you plan on expanding by any chance?
God willing.
Okay. Good deal.
God willing.
All right. Good deal. Well, so you've already kind of described your business, which is there any more details you would like to describe about it?
Well, I pretty much listen to everybody that comes in here. If somebody asks for something, I don't have it. That's make sure what's on the next order.
Right.
We pick up our own live bait. We don't have anybody bring it in, so it's straight from the farm to here. Mm-hmm. Whereas other tackle shops have it delivered by a distributor, which is the third or fourth hand.
Right.
And by the time the customer gets the bait, mm-hmm. It's kind of beat up.
Yeah.
It's much easier for us to go get it. We get much better product.
Mm-hmm.
We keep catfish bait. We keep the big trot line bait, goldfish, black salties, all the size minnows, generally from what they want.
Right.
We keep the frozen bait. Live bait, skipjack we were talking about that earlier. It's a mm-hmm. catfish bait, but the wholesale prices have gone through the roof, and so we're making our own. I have, people that help me out with that, but we can bring it in for much more reasonable,
Right.
The same thing with the kayaks. If somebody comes in and they want something special, we have a very good rapport with the dealer. I mean, with the manufacturer. Mm-hmm. I think I'm their number 3 sales.
Really?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
In our amount of space.
Right. Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah, our first year we did 37 boats.
Okay.
I bought 30 boats. We sold 37.
Wow.
And this year, I think I'm about 25 in now. We haven't got to Christmas yet.
Yeah, I know, and that's guessing.
That's the other thing. We're about ready to make a kayak order, so Christmas orders, bring them.
Awesome.
Come on in and bring them in.
Hey, so to further talk about that and discuss a little bit about your business, what is something about your business that people don't know?
Probably the fact that I do a lot of kayak repair.
Okay.
We do plastic welding here.
Right.
We rig them. We put electronics on them, light them up, put
Awesome.
lighting on them, cameras, whatever you can think
Right.
of.
So, I mean, are you willing to do custom?
Oh,
work?
absolutely. That's
Awesome.
one of my favorite.
You experience with it?
I've been doing this for 20 years.
Yeah.
If somebody brings me a boat and tells me to fix something, do this, it's my boat when it's in here.
Right.
It's no longer your boat. It's my boat.
Yeah.
And I take care of it as my boat.
Well, that's fantastic, and to see that, I can tell you've got obviously a passion behind this.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit of a passion. So what are some of the highest highs you've had in life so far with dealing with your business?
With dealing with business, most of my customers end up being fishing partners.
Partners? That's cool.
If not, they turn into a very good customer and
mm-hmm.
like day to day just come in and, hey, what's going on? Shoot the breeze and go on about your business. But highest high in this business is probably the fact that I got to meet so many people on the water. We're involved with Heroes on the Water as well, which we rehabilitate vets through the kayak fishing.
Awesome. That's really neat. I know that myself, not to talk about me, but I think that as is really unique and really cool, and it's therapeutic.
So probably that would be my all-time highest high, is being involved with that group.
That's awesome.
Unfortunately, out here, the group, there's only one chapter in Arkansas, and it's about 5 hours away for me.
Really?
And with I don't get to be as active in that as I was when we were in where we lived before. And all the things that we did before in Heroes on the Water, almost all of it was on salt water.
Okay.
The highest high would be I sponsored a fishing trip. We got a sponsor to pay for all the license fees and everything. Believe it or not, we came from California, so everything you pay for.
Wow.
Even the ocean.
Wow.
So we got sponsored by a very good customer of mine, and I hosted this. We had about 25 or 30 vets out there,
Okay.
plus our guides. We usually are 1-to-1, so we had a pretty good
Oh, wow.
group.
So that's a good number of people.
2 guys came. Neither one of them knew they were coming. They hadn't seen each other since Desert Storm.
Wow. That's so cool.
We put them on big fish.
Yeah.
They both had a blast. They're both now guides for Heroes on the Water. That's my highest high.
Wow, I've got to say that's pretty up there. That's really cool, and that is a fantastic story. That makes sense why it would be one of those high highs.
And they turn into a lifetime friend.
Yeah, of course.
Even if they're not where you are, you're all still in
that's
touch.
super cool and a touching
Yeah.
story.
Yeah, it's fun.
Oh man. Okay, so to segue from that, obviously we've talked about your highs and everything. Is there anything that you like to do aside from work?
Mostly I fish if I'm not working.
Okay. Is there any type of certain type of fishing that you favor, like whether it's catfish, bass? You're just a professional here.
Bass, crappie mostly, but I do kind of tend to sort of go after striper and hybrids more because we got a chance at bigger fish.
Yeah.
I have a customer of mine that I put some electronics on his boat. He's about late 60s, early 70s. He's been fishing forever, and he took me to Lake DeGray, and we started fishing that together. And between him and I, we'll do anywhere between 12 to 20 miles in a day at 2.5 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's a
nonstop.
lot. Yeah, that's a lot
because we're trolling for them.
Oh, okay, trolling.
And we usually end up with in the double digits in there, and we have a good time at it. So
yeah, I can see it. Man, that just sounds.
As long
so
as the
much
freezer's
fun.
full.
I'm gonna have to join you on one of these trips. I would love to. That'd
welcome
be
to come along.
That'd be really cool. So, another question is, what are your greatest challenges when having to do work in this community? Any obstacles you've had to overcome?
Not as far as the community, no. Wonderful. We've had so much help from the community ever since day one. The support of the communities here is incredible. We love this town. My chin is always raw because my jaw's hitting the ground. See something, you never see that. Nobody does that anywhere. When it snowed last year, one of my customers came in here and plowed the lot.
Really cool.
He's a fishing friend, and he's a customer.
Yeah, just to help you out.
He just came in here with his tractor. I mean, that doesn't happen anywhere.
No, it doesn't.
This morning, the 9/11 memorial is a perfect example.
Yeah,
where does that happen?
Yeah.
But no, I mean, it happens on TV, but it really not like that.
Yeah.
Not where the community gets together and has a moment, and cry a little bit and remember.
Yeah, and so we're grateful for this community and thankful for everyone who allows us the opportunity to, cherish these moments. So, okay, what is who from your childhood had the biggest impact on your life?
My grandpa.
Okay, can you elaborate on that a little bit?
He started me fishing. Probably 5. Earlier than that, probably.
Yeah. All
the way through until he died. Taught me how to fix things I didn't know how to fix. If you don't know how to fix it, you figure it out.
Yeah.
He's kind of like that.
Yeah.
We spent our entire life together fishing. I mean, it was all the way up until the day he died, he owed me a fishing trip. So when he's in his hospital bed, I tell him he can't go nowhere. You owe me a trip still.
Yeah.
So
Gosh, that's what
we used to do anything and everything we could to get money to go on the charter trips.
Yeah.
Back in the day. Back in the day when you could fish with 3 pounds of weight and 5 hooks, and you go out and get as many rockfish as you could, and you come home and spend the entire day cleaning fish. But I have pictures of my grandpa in here. I would really love him to be able to see.
You out of the bed because you still smell like yourself.
No, I take a shower. That's only after wrapping skipjack.
No, okay.
But he was a very my grandmother as well. Of course, my mom and dad, but my grandparents were probably my biggest influencers. Okay. That's what I remember most is my grandpa.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to, reminisce too much on that. So I do have 2 questions left, and one is we had discussed a topic with relative to inflation today, and I want to go ahead and talk about that a little bit because what the customers and clients in the community don't know about what we had discussed earlier, I believe should be voiced. So you had mentioned that due to the climbs and increase in rates of, in national inflation, that you had made a statement by saying you were not going to increase the prices and rates of your supply due to the national inflation. Can you talk about that a little bit and,
okay.
Tell them why you do that?
Well, there is product in the store that may have been purchased 6, 7, 8, 9 months ago. Mm-hmm. Most of the time, if it's stale, I'll flip it. Put 50% off or whatever we can, 30, mm-hmm. whatever we can afford to do. But when everything started going crazy, everybody says you gotta up your prices. Well, I already bought it for my wholesale price. I already added my working
mm-hmm.
increase on it.
Yeah.
My profit, I'm not gonna go in there and hit it again because everything went up. I can go back in and pull a Zoom worm off and go back and look at something that maybe isn't selling as much. It might be $4.99 a bag. Now they're $5.70 and $5.99 a bag.
Right.
But I still have them, those products, when I bought them. I didn't go through and add 30, 40, 50% mm-hmm. like a lot of people did.
Right.
Now, if I have to buy it this week, it's going to be 20%, 10% more. It goes up every week.
Right. Yeah.
I take all this stuff real personal. I really shouldn't, but when I do inventory, I buy something for $3.08 this week. Last week it was only $1.95.
Wow, that's a big jump.
Yeah. So if that's the way it has to be, that's the way it has to be. But I didn't go through and.
Yeah, but just revamp everything based off of those.
So if there's something in here that was purchased 6 months ago, it's at that price. It's not at today's price because I can.
All right. And you're not going to get that from a lot of big businesses. So make sure to support your local shops that essentially try to support you in that same aspect.
Right.
So anyway, let's, we've talked a lot about your business. They're going to be seeing a lot of, pictures, visual aids regarding to, your passion and your business. So can you go ahead and give them some of your contact information and for them to get in touch with you?
The contact information, you can get it on the Facebook page, but my email address is brett@kayakobsessions.com. That's KAYAKOBSESSIONS.com. Phone number is still the out of state area code because it gets your attention. 805-732-4290, or you can get me here at the shop. I'm here from 7:30 to 5 Tuesday through Friday till 3 on Saturday, and you can call me if you need something in the off hours.
Well, thank you so much.
A lot of people won't do that.
Yeah, well, we don't want to take too much time on your off hours. We all like to spend time with families.
Yeah, but it's a passion. And if somebody calls and I'm taking the grandkids fishing on Sunday, we're gonna get them fishing.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, this is Ethan Colbert with Century 21 Parker and Scroggins Realty and EC Properties and Investments. Making sure that you come to me for any of your real estate needs, and make sure to come in to Kayak Obsessions for any of your fishing equipment or kayaks. So thank you, gentlemen and ladies. Y'all have a great evening or rest of your day, and we'll see you on the next one.